let's make painting. And let's see. First I'm gonna of course start with water on a glass, flip the page, put water on the back. There we go. Alrighty, and let's flip it over. Is that center? Yes, it is. Okay, so what color we should start? Now let's start with this guy. The one thing I start to realize is, especially for that type of paintings, you don't need to think about so much. It's more like, and that's why, by the way, I call those one I call them abstract, but they're more like impressionist type of paintings. But I like just go around and see what I can do. And this, of course, can be great equivalent to life can be same way, because you pretty much don't know what you're doing. Actually, I was thinking about that not long ago, because you're born and you have no idea what you're doing. Of course, people try to teach you stuff, but just because it's worked for someone doesn't mean it's worked for everybody. And then you have a one chance, and then if you mess it up, it's like you mess it up. It's not like you can reset or respawn or something like this. There's no expansions and stuff like that. So one mistake is always take to mess it up. And actually, not even one mistake, because sometimes you can be in the wrong place and then someone else make the mistake, and then you're the one who's gonna pay the price. So these paintings, I can make only so many mistakes before I ruin the painting. So that's why even when I think I rip off one painting, I remember not long ago actually. I still keep going because it is what it is, and it's not much you can do about it. Instead of like throwing the painting out, but I mean, that's not the whole point of the series. The whole series is to represent simple things and also to show up how life is going. Anyway, it's a quite explanation. Just it's more easy to say just take this color and that's about it. But yeah, but that's pretty much the color doesn't matter. It's matter how you're using it. So we're gonna create a background, the horizon, the midground, and the foreground, of course. Now the foreground, I'm not gonna push the paint. I'm just gonna make some grooves. Just pushing the paint down, damaging the paper. When I damage the paper like this, actually I'm pushing the paint down, and that paint is going very deep into the paper. So it's making that dark lines. Here we're gonna push a little bit, and that's gonna be our transition to the midground, these two rocks here. For the sky, fairly simple. Again, remove some of the paint from these clouds. There we go. And you don't want to clean the brush that much here, because you want to keep the clouds not completely white, but rather kind of dirty. I mean with a dirty brush, not like dirty, because clouds are clean in the first place. But not completely very bright. There we go. Here, I was thinking to leave it like completely clean sky here, but I don't think it's gonna match for the rest of the painting, so we're just gonna give it a couple of taps here. Now, excuse me, all this is good. The one thing that is happening right now here is all this is pretty much supportive. And we gotta decide what is gonna support, of course. Man, I hope I don't get sick again. I'm tired of being sick. Now, we can do a lot of stuff here, and the one thing I see, I will take magenta and brown, mix them together so I can have very nice warm color. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make roofs. And you can see how the painting has changed all the time. So we're gonna make roofs, and then I'm gonna take black paint with a thin brush. I don't want my brush to be too moist. And we're gonna trace one of the roofs. There we go. And that's gonna give us some kind of structure. Also, I'm gonna make a building here. And this building is going dark here. There we go. And that's gonna be a big opening right here. And we're gonna make the wall. There we go. This is one of these big barns. It's not a barn, but it's like a barn. It's not a barn, but it's like a barn. Man, great explanation. It's not a barn. It's like a cow house, and they're like pretty big, and they have like a huge roofs. There you go. And a little bit here. So we can show up a little bit better. We're gonna show the building. This is the inside. So we need a high contrast area right here where is the roof. That can be also solar panels when I think about it, but cow sounds better to me than solar panels, if I gotta be honest. We're gonna put some throwing shadows, not too much, because there's not much light here, so, and it's the middle of the day, so not a big deal. We're gonna support the idea of a building with a simple fence, and that fence is gonna give us the idea. Now the fence is gonna be only on the foreground where it's all the textures, but that fence is gonna give us the idea of how big the scale of how big is the barn. Not a barn, but the cow barn. The cow barn, not a barn, but a cow barn. And of course, here is going to be a little bit of throwing shadow, not too much. One last thing is going to be the light in the roof. Well, we got to have some kind of reflection up there. Not too much. There you go. Watercolor, abstract, landscape.